Hi, it's Ann Perry, professional numerologist, and today we're going to be talking about the number 11. Now, if you were born on the 11th day of the month, that could be of any given month, you are somebody who is referred to as someone who holds a master number. Now, the master number is only given to people who have reincarnated many, many times. It's only given to people who are exceedingly old souls. You've got a tremendous amount of vision, a tremendous amount of creativity. You signed a contract before you came that said, you know what, I'm not going to come back and do just my bachelor's degree this time. I'm going to come back and do my master's degree. The master's degree is, like I said, given to people who are old souls who have reincarnated many, many times. You have the ability to have a dial-up connection to the other side, if you will. It's like a 1-800 dial-up connection. So this means that you are more psychic than you'll probably care to admit, and it might even take you a while to sort of come into that, to really embrace that. It might even scare you a little bit. As a child, you're probably someone who preferred to hang out with adults rather than hanging out with kids. You know, I talk to a lot of 11s because it is my passion to read for 11s for sure. And a lot of them will say to me, you know what, Ann, as a child, I did prefer hanging out with adults, but I was treated as an adult. I was treated as the old soul that I really am. People recognize that energy about you. They know that there's just something about you. So sometimes they would say, well, you know what, Susie, you know, you just do better next time, or you know, you're a big girl now, you just need to rise to the occasion, you know, a little better this time. And they just put, you know, certain expectations on you that might be a little higher than what they would put on maybe another child, because it's that energy that you put out there that says, you know, I am an old soul and I do have all this wealth of information inside of me. Part of that comes from the fact that with all of these previous lifetimes, you bring with you cellular memory, tons of cellular memory. So a lot of times you'll play that shoulda, coulda, woulda game, you know, oh gosh, I should have known better. I don't know why I did that. Gosh, I knew better than that. I could have done things differently. And, you know, you need to cut yourself some slack there a little bit, because the reality of it is you're only so many years old in this particular lifetime, but you're carrying around this residual energy, if you will, of previous lifetimes that make you feel like you should know better. So you beat yourself up a lot. And for that reason, you set the bar really high for yourself. You know, beyond the expectations that anybody would ever expect from you, you set the bar really high for yourself. So when you set that bar really high, sometimes when you get really close to meeting a goal, you sabotage it and you bounce that bar because it's not perfect. You don't have all the details. You don't have it absolutely perfect in your mind. And so, you know, with that mindset, you set these crazy expectations for yourself that that you can't necessarily meet. And so from that, sometimes will follow depression, you know, because you're feeling really badly because you're not living up to what you think you should be. The other reality is that you signed a contract that says, I'm going to deliver a really important message in this lifetime that's going to empower an awful lot of people. Wow. That's a big task, isn't it? And you likely, regardless of how old you are as you're watching this, you probably don't know what that is. And you're probably spiraling around the drain trying to figure that out. Well, I've got news for you that most people don't even really get in touch with it until they're about, you know, mid-50s or so. That might be a little bit frustrating for some of you, but the reality of it is sometimes you're just not meant to know just yet. But you are messengers, you know? Anything to do with counseling, anything to do with being a peacekeeper of any kind, because you do need peace. You do like an environment that is quiet, that's kind of zen-like. You don't do well with aggression or negativity. You pick up on everybody's negativity. You know, you'll walk into a room and you'll size it up very quickly energetically as to who's a good energy and who isn't. You know when an argument has happened when you weren't even there to witness it. You'll feel it. So you're exceedingly sensitive, not only from a psychic perspective, but also your skin is likely sensitive. You might have sensitive stomachs. A lot of people who have the 11 energy feel a lot of tension in their stomach area. You might be sensitive to drugs, you know, different types of drugs that you might have to take, having, you know, off reactions to them. The whole idea behind the 11 is that you are sensitive. You're very, very intuitive, and you're exceedingly sensitive to criticism. You know, you don't take criticism particularly well because you just want to do so well, and you know, you feel everything. You don't sleep particularly well because you feel like you're plugged in all the time. It's like there's a vibration going on all the time, and you just wish you could sometimes just unplug it so you get some good quiet sleep. Some people have described it to me as though you are trying to sleep at night, you're trying to fall asleep at night, and it's like you hear white noise in the background. You know, it's like you just hear an awful lot of voices and whatnot. It's like you're in a crowded room, but you're not really hearing anything in particular. So sometimes it makes it rather difficult for you to sleep. But you guys are amazing counselors. One-on-one is the kind of way to go. You're very much the peacekeepers. You're very much into music and very sensitive to music. And if the only thing I could do in the course of my entire career as a numerologist is to read for people who hold the 11 energy in their charts, I'd be very satisfied. It's so important to me that you understand who you are. You're very unique people. You're very, very old souls. You have a big job to do while you're here. And I sure hope that on some level I can help you get there. Thank you so much for tuning in. Our next video is going to be on the energy of the 3 and how that relates to you on your birthday. So if you were born on the 3rd of any given month, that's what it's going to pertain to. And I really hope that you will consider sharing my channel and subscribing to it. And I look forward to seeing you again. Have a great day.